When I was 27, I had melanoma, and it was a stage 2. They did surgery, removed a lot of my lymph nodes on my right side, and they were all clean. So I didn't have to do any chemo or anything. I actually thought I had a yeast infection that would not go away. So I knew something was wrong when it wasn't a yeast infection and it wouldn't go away. And I went to my dermatologist, and she said that, oh, it looks like you've got a mole. And so she took it off, and she called me 2 weeks later and said, well, it looks suspicious. It's got irregular borders. We need to take some more tissue. So she took it off again, took off some more tissue, and came back and said that it was melanoma. And then I needed to have surgery. She hooked me up with a wonderful oncologist in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Dr. Francisco Empuero, and his partner, Dr. Richter. And I went down and I had surgery. At this time, I had 2 little girls. One was about to start kindergarten, and one was about 2.5. This kind of melanoma typically starts with a mole. I had no idea that you can have moles inside your ear, inside your nose, inside membranes in your body. Of course, I knew there was the very devastating kind of melanoma that you can get inside your body. I have something called dysplastic nevi, which is an irregular amount of moles and the size and the shape. So they kind of think that that's how that started. So I had surgery. My lymph nodes were clean. They did remove a lot of the lymph nodes. They came back after the surgery and said it was a stage 2. And it took me a while to heal. And once I did, I was okay. I had regular checkups with my dermatologist and my oncologist. And everything seemed to be going great. Melanoma is a very scary thing. Both my parents have had lots of skin cancers. You know, back in the day, they didn't do sunscreen, so they always had little skin cancers burned off and little moles removed and this and that and the other, just because of, you know, the lives that they led. My dad was a farmer here in Utah, and so that's just kind of, they didn't have sunscreen back when they were growing up, so they had lots of skin cancers. So I was always very aware of skin cancers and things, and being blonde hair, blue eyes, fair skin, it was kind of drummed into me that I was quite susceptible to that form of skin cancer. And so after that, I didn't tan, I didn't, you know, I wore sunscreen all the time, and my philosophy was kind of better white and alive than tan and dead. So that kind of stuck with me for a long time. Things about melanoma is that, so what happens is, of course, it starts to be raised. Sometimes they will get raised, they will get itchy if you scratch it and it bleeds and then never really heals. You need to watch for that. What melanoma does, my understanding, if I can remember, is that it will, stage 1 is on top of your skin. Stage 2, it has like a little root. It will send down a root. Stage 3 is when it sends out little spidery leg things, like roots. It will send out little parts that grow in mass and things like that. Stage 4 is when it gets in your lymph nodes, I believe. I hope that's right. I don't want to give incorrect information. So be aware of your moles. I have something called dysplastic nevi, which is an abnormal amount of moles. Most of the time you are done getting moles on your body by the time you are late teens, you know, when your hormones have adjusted, things like that. Sometimes when you're pregnant, because your hormones get a little wacky, you can develop a few moles. To this day, I'm 53 and I still get new moles. I'm watching my moles a lot. So I have a lot on my back. I've had several moles removed off my legs before the amputation, and thighs and my back and shoulders and things like that. My head, they just grow, and if I think that they look problematic, I go to my dermatologist and have it removed. So I've not had any other melanomas. So that's a good thing.